Behavioral economics is a field of study that looks at the science and psychology of decision making. How do shoppers make their decisions? Because if we know how they make their decisions, then we can start to influence their decisions. And standard economics assumes a cost-benefit analysis. And most people in this room will work in a supplier or a retailer that kind of is on that basis. If a shopper is walking down an aisle, they'll look at a product and they'll say, how much is that? That one's on promotion. I have a coupon for that. And that's very rational, isn't it? A very simple decision-making process. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Unfortunately, shoppers are human. And because they're human, it means that they're not rational at all. Sometimes they'll make those kind of decisions, but more often than not, they're not doing that standard cost-benefit analysis. Shoppers are a little bit crazy. The thing about humans and decision-making is that, again, we make bad decisions. Shoppers and really humans, us, everyone in this room, we don't always make good decisions. We make bad decisions. And it's that understanding why we make the decision is what we're going to unlock today. So let me show you some bad decision making. This is one of my favorite video clips in the last couple of weeks. This is the latest trend in Japan for body modification. So instead of getting a tattoo or a piercing, you now get a saline solution injected into your head, where for 2 hours it grows into a big bubble, and then the body modifier comes along and puts his thumb into your forehead and gives you what is known as a bagel head. So then you walk around in your life with a bagel on your head. Nothing to do with grocery, but possibly the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So people make very strange decisions about their lives and what they're going to do. The mad thing about that clip is often it's the only thing that people remember about this presentation. Nothing about the rest of the content, just the strange man with the bagel on his head. How many people have done this? You go to the elevator and you're on the ground floor and the elevator says 4. So you press the button and you wait. Still says 4. 4. What do? You press the button again. Now, do you really think that somewhere in an office, when they were writing the software code for the lift, said, right, now what we'll do is we won't send the lift the first time, we'll only send the lift when the person bangs it 5 times. Enter. No. And you're all very clever people, you're all university educated, but yet you can't stop yourself from pressing the button. There's an entire industry all over the world, a dieting industry. So let's say you've got a little bit fat, and you're thinking, you must lose some weight. So what do? You stop eating, maybe you do some exercise. So Monday, Tuesday, eating some salads, maybe you go for a run on Wednesday, and then by Friday, it's... So what's happened? You're perfectly rational. You know you're supposed to lose weight. You know, no, I must not eat that cake. But what happens? Well, emotion. Maybe you've had a bad day at work. Maybe your husband or wife annoyed you. Maybe your children are annoying you, so you think, I'm having a slice of cake. Let me give you another example. My sister is particularly good at this. You go shopping and she comes home and she has a dress. Calvin Klein, $400, down from $800. I saved $400 today. And I say, well, Barbara, did you need a dress? No, not really. So you spent $400. No, I saved $400 because it should have been $800, but I saved. And I met another lady, and I was telling this story, and she did one better. She said, oh, I do that. And then I bought a coffee table from the money I had saved on the dress. I need to look at the retail industry and put it on the psychotherapy couch, and let's try and understand what we can do inside a store to actually change shopper behavior and to sell more stuff. I want to talk about human emotion. There are 2 human emotions, love and fear. Every other emotion is a subset of those emotions. We only have 2, love and fear. And fear is the strongest motivating human emotion. One of the reasons why so much new product development fails in retail, it's not because there's anything wrong with the product or the pricing. It's because shoppers don't see it, because it's safer to stick with what you know. Just buy the same coffee, buy the same cooking sauce, buy the same cheese, because if you buy a new one, then maybe it won't taste so good. It's the same in Chinese takeaway when you go to eat in a restaurant. Maybe you eat the same thing because you don't want to spoil the night. So this loss aversion is a problem in retail because it means that people don't try new things. We also do something called self-herding. We repeat our own behaviors because it's just easier. If you look at the speed of the trolley wheels in grocery, when we start our shop, we look at fresh fruit and vegetables, dairy, meats. We're slow. We're looking at promotions. In the middle of our shop, maybe we're getting a little bit faster. Time, have to get back to work, have to get to school. Maybe some. At the end of the shop, you just want to go home. So you stop comparing, you stop looking at options, and you just buy what you always buy. And that has been proved academically around the stores in all our work. So making decisions is hard. Who wants to make a decision? It's just easier to buy the one you bought last time. Payne, who is a guy in New Mexico, did a beautiful experiment with shopping carts in grocery. And all he did, this isn't the real picture, this is just a mock-up. He put a yellow tape across the trolley. He put a sign in the trolley that said, please place your fruit and vegetables in front of this line. And the amount of people who bought fruit and vegetables went up 100%. Now, we can talk about store expansion, store refitting, product innovation, retail efficiencies. They're all good things, but you can get 100% sales uplift with a piece of sticky tape and a sign. So how we prime a shopper, what we do to make them just push, push, push. We have to understand the psychology. And this is about expectations. We have to manage and create positive expectations in our store. A hot chocolate study, 4 colored cups, red, white, cream, and orange. The same hot chocolate in each cup, but all the participants said the one in the orange cup tasted better. Because psychologically, orange is warming, red is too hot, but orange is comforting. So the psychology of this is very, very interesting. So what we need to do in retail is we need to start laying breadcrumbs. We need to start making and managing expectations. Because at the moment, this is what we do. Are you excited? Are you aroused? Are you looking forward to eating these products? So we need to start leading people in terms of managing their expectations. So what we need to start doing in retail is this kind of control. We need to start helping people make decisions is really easy in retail. And if you help them, they will buy. So we have a big problem with ranging in our supermarkets. A lot of it is supplier driven. Suppliers continuously innovating, pushing it into the stores, wanting more and more. The shopper doesn't need more. The shopper sometimes needs less. 3 or 4 options is fine.